Is he the GOAT? Who knows?
Kept taping a schooner glass to his hands. Like, things were ruthless back then. It was great. You're accountable.
Not Matt Rogers.
Ryan Cross?
Not Ryan
Tamana
Cross.
Tahu.
Well, no, I'm sure he was a great coach, but they didn't win.
Welcome once again to Codehoppers, brought to you by Coco. We are Team Coco. That's who you're looking at. In association with World Rugby, we are talking the athletes that managed to jump from rugby league to rugby union, back and forth. Gentlemen, today, the person we are talking about, many consider as the GOAT of code hopping.
Ooh,
Take a guess. Who is it? Who would be the GOAT of code hopping between league and union?
So it'd have to be someone who's won a few titles in each code.
This gentleman has more titles than anybody ever.
I don't know, maybe, is it BT?
It is.
Hey.
Brad
I thought he was
Thorn.
going to tease a little bit longer,
Yeah, I
and then
know.
I'd come in with the answer.
Oh, would you? He got you there. It is the one and only Brad Thorn. Let me run through some of these titles, right? Brisbane Broncos, he's got 4 titles.
Wow.
Decent, 4 rings.
Not easy. Crusaders, 2 titles.
6 rings now.
Leinster, he's got a European Championship trophy.
7 rings.
Then he's got a World Cup
Oh, of course he does.
trophy.
8 ring.
Is he the best of all time? Who wants to jump in here?
He was close to running out of fingers. 8 rings. He only had the thumbs left. Yeah, I think he's obviously, everywhere he's gone, he's made an impact. I mean, you could feel his presence in a game. Like, even as a back, you know, for me, you just knew he was always there defensively. He was very athletic. He could get around the park and didn't really do the flashy stuff, but everything he did well. Just a real grinder, you know, and obviously his ability to swap different countries, different codes, and still win titles, you know, speaks volumes on him.
Well, the other one he played with State of Origin,
Yeah.
which
He would have won plenty there too.
plenty for Queensland in a very good run for them. Yeah. So, I mean, there's your 2 extra rings. I'm sure of it. You played against him. Was he a menace out there? Were you worried about him?
My first ever senior game of professional footy was a trial match against Crusaders at Timaru. And I think it was 2003 or 2004 or something. And I was playing at fullback and he broke through the line. It was just me and Brad Thorn. And I was 80 kilos wringing wet. And he kind of came to bump me and lifted his leg up and his studs caught my knee and opened me up. He tripped over me. I tackled him, but he actually just tripped over me. And then the other boys came to get. Then I had to get stitches afterwards because he lifted his big old hoppers up. But I mean, that's
a red card
that's my first memory of him playing against him. But he's just he just, like Giddy said, he had a presence. He just had toughness about him. And you know, when for me, coming back in counter attack, he was probably just someone that you looked up for and just had a bit of an eye on where he was and maybe just changed your line to go elsewhere. But I mean, in terms of the impact that he's had on the teams he's gone to. I mean, Sonny had obviously a great impact on his teams. He was very successful in the teams that he went to. But I don't know, I think you could probably argue that Brad Thorn probably had a greater impact on the teams. Like the fact that he's gone to all those teams and had success and won titles means he's been pretty influential.
I'm keen to know the impact his sprigs had on your kneecap. How many stitches we talking?
Oh, I got 3, but I nearly passed out when they were putting the needle in. But
Because I'd imagine with his size and stature, like the guy's pretty much 2.5 metres and 150 kilos and some. It's nothing short of 21 mils.
Oh yeah, they were big. They were big sprigs.
Big sprigs?
Yeah.
Where's Timaru?
It's like a little canning town, like coastal canning town or something.
In Australia?
No, over in Christchurch somewhere.
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
a small,
right.
one of the smaller grounds. It's only a trial match. So
Interesting.
Now, we spoke about the difficulty of a union forward then going and playing, league to union, but how the forwards don't really translate. They tend to go from forwards in the league into the backs for league. He's one that didn't. He went from the forward pack to the forward pack. Why was he different?
Well, I think in terms of his physical capabilities, I think he's probably a bit more slow twitch, so he kind of was suited to the forward pack. But he was obviously just someone who put a lot of time in his preparation and could work out the intricacies of the line out and the breakdown and the driving maul and all the things that part of your role as a tight forward in rugby union, and obviously did it really well. But I think in terms of his physical capabilities, and that's not taking away from anything, because I think we're all talking about how much of a beast he was and how strong and the presence that he had. But I just think in terms of fast twitch fibres, he was probably just better suited in the tight.
Yeah, he might have lacked those fibres, but I've heard phenomenal things about his engine, like his work rate and his ability, like fitness. I remember hearing huge things about him.
Yeah, I think amongst that feedback was just his ability to compete. Like he was tough, he was resilient. Wasn't flashy, but consistent. Like a lot of the feedback was competed at training, competed in games, and you got that, I guess, when you kind of marked up against him. Well, you didn't mark up against him one-on-one, but directly. However, like, you felt his presence on the field just through his sheer size and his hunger and determination to perform his role really well.
Now, I'm pretty sure he played professionally into his 40s. One of us here played professional rugby into their 40s. Matt, you were doing it. You were playing mainly the 10 position or the 12 as well.
Yep.
You probably found it pretty hard. What would it be like to be in that forward pack in your 40s, still packing down?
I reckon easier than in the back line. Not from my point of view, but you know, you can get stood up a lot more in open spaces, whereas you just keep grinding, keep doing the tough stuff, and you don't get exposed as much. Not that I don't think people would sign him unless he's still doing his job. So he obviously would do his job. And like Drew was saying, you were asking about the being able to go from league to union. He went really, he made a good choice going to the Crusaders. You get great coaches, a really competitive team. The All Blacks that he was surrounded by would have taught him all the small detail that he needed to know.
I can't think of another code hopper that played both Origin for Queensland and for the All Blacks in a winning team. For him, after those two matches, when would he have been sorer? What would have been harder on his body?
Oh, you're asking the wrong blokes here, Prof.
Yeah, I would definitely say after a rugby game.
What do you reckon? You played a bit of league.
People talk about league and the toughness and all that sort of stuff, but it's what you're conditioned for, and his body would have been adapted to that, and obviously being in the tight sort of, the first hit ups off an Origin straight into an absolute wall, but then at the same time, like the amount of breakdowns you got to hit, and you're not. Whilst you get tackle stats in rugby league, a lot of them is just sort of third man in flopping, whereas a lot of the work you would have been doing at the breakdowns wouldn't be counted as tackle stats, but certainly have impact, and the driving balls, all that sort of stuff. So none of us here sat here have been played in the forward, so I don't know necessarily.
I don't think he'd actually get sore. He looks like one of those blokes that just loves
doesn't feel it.
Yeah.
Let's finish this by saying, is he the GOAT? We've spoken about Sonny Bill Williams.
Oh, we've still got a few more to come.
We do have a few more to come.
I think people up north might argue that Jason Robinson might be in that conversation.
Yeah.
In terms of impact, maybe not in terms of titles, but like Jason Robinson, he was elite.
Yeah, we've got a couple of gems in Australia too that I like. So undoubtedly he transitioned incredibly well, won so many different titles. I don't really like the GOAT debate. It's even in basketball, because they're different eras, different times.
Okay. There's never a definitive answer. I think there will be people, and when referencing the GOAT, some people will choose him.
Can we say he was the smartest code hopper, because he basically chose the best team in both codes in every year?
Yeah,
so
great agent.
Broncos, when they were dominating. He also played for the Kangaroos.
But also, the best teams wanted him.
That's true.
The one thing his agent let him down was making him coach the Reds. They
didn't go that
win.
great?
Well, no, I'm sure he was a great coach, but they didn't win.
No, they definitely didn't. There you go, Brad Thorn, another code hopper. Is he the GOAT? Who knows? That was brought to you by Coco in association with World Rugby. Plenty more of these code hoppers coming up. We'll see you soon. Cuckoo!